What's up, everybody? Ladies and gents, you're live with your boy L-Zee. Normally, you'd hear Steel interrupting me, but unfortunately, he's running late today. So I'm gonna kick it off with these two awesome ladies here with me. A little introduction. You know her; she's been on the podcast before, so she's no stranger to the podcast. Her name is okay. I'm not gonna say her full name. I'm gonna call her Lamb or Lambs, whichever one.
I prefer the full name. It's Lamlela. Thank you very much.
Oh, you prefer the full name?
I prefer the full
Since when? Everybody calls you Lambs, man.
Everybody calls me Lamb. They never asked if I preferred.
I'm gonna call you Lamlela from now on. Okay, I apologize. This is my intern Lamlela. Okay. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you
once
very
again.
much.
And of course, we got something very new. Okay, she's not the first. Doc has been on the podcast before, so she's the second. But she is the first
female.
Vanilla female to be on the podcast. Hi, Keri.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I'm not going to say a full name because some of y'all are very
keep
creepy.
it safe.
Well, what do you know? What do you know? The guy that I said is late is finally here. Wow, man. About time. Oh.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Hey, what's happening, man? Didn't you get my message?
I got your message. You said you're going to be late because of dishes.
Yeah.
Lamest excuse I've ever heard, man.
Dude, trust me. I can't let my wife come back to the house with those dishes there.
Married,
What
man.
a good guy.
It's not even about an thing. I just don't want her coming on my head. Seriously,
When you
for
guys
real.
listen to the podcast, there's going to be a sound of a whiplash, okay, at that part, okay?
Why? Oh, you gonna add that sound effect?
Yeah, man.
Okay, that's dope.
What's up, man?
I'm
What's
good, man. Look, I'll be back. I just gotta squeeze
Wow.
for like 2-3 seconds. I gotta fill up this thing with juice. I'll be back right now. Okay, I'll be back.
Back to Keri. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Andy?
I am okay. I don't know how I'm feeling. We're in a very sensitive topic, which we had last week, but people had their grievances on the episode, so they requested for a part 2, and Keri is a part of it. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay, this is about to be a very interesting conversation we're gonna have over here. So, Keri, do you believe that men are trash?
Well, to be honest, I didn't know much about this movement until today when you asked me to join the podcast. I was like, seriously? Like, this is a thing? But yeah, I Googled it a little while ago and I saw that it is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
And I do understand both sides of it, but personally, I'm more against it. I don't think all men are trash, so that's where I'm standing.
Okay, so you do believe some men are trash?
I mean, I think that we're all flawed,
Yeah.
men and women alike, and I do
Oh, come on.
know of men that behave very poorly,
Yes.
but I don't believe they're trash in total because I know that they can be taught, they can be shown, and
Yes.
everyone has a chance to change their ways and repent. So I don't want to label men as trash, like
Yeah.
any man. Except for those who choose to stay in their horrible ways, then sure, then you can be trash.
And Lamb, what do you think?
Personally,
As a black woman,
as
got
a
a
black
whole
woman,
afro and everything. man.
me and my natural hair, with my afro. I think I agree with Keri. To some degree,
Yeah.
we can't just use such a term as men are trash.
Yes.
Some men are trash.
Yeah.
Minority, actually.
Yes.
So now when you paint
Whoa,
everybody,
minority? You don't know we fall under minority. Hold up.
Wait. No. The minority is the trashy ones, right? The
You're
majority
gonna have
of
to
them.
elaborate on that. You can't say minority.
Yeah, I'd like to hear more about that.
Basically, let me put it like this: if we take a ratio of men 100%,
Yeah.
right, and about 6.5, this is this is how I feel. About 6.5% of them
Yeah.
are what would be called trash.
Yeah.
The other 93.5 are normal human beings. And what people do is that the 6.5
Okay.
corrupt.
Man just went from being trash to not being human beings.
No, the other ones are human beings. The other ones, they aren't. If you can do inhumane things, you forfeit your right as a human.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'm back. Are we speaking about race? Because Keri's here.
Oh, Jesus. That's racist in itself.
A racist joke?
No, that's so fast. I thought we were speaking about
Wait,
race.
is it a joke?
No, like I was like, it's a joke, but like
He calls himself Brother Wakanda in
Initially.
case y'all don't know. So he's
no, actually, I feel like
anti-white.
changing that now. No, I'm not. That is not
He
true.
is, eh?
Do not.
He is.
That's not true.
He's
That would
always
never be
like
true.
hashtag take back the land.
Just because I'm saying hashtag take back the land doesn't mean, and I've never even hashtag take back the
I
land.
think this
just
is
in
a
case.
whole nother topic.
Ju-
We can
just-
seriously get heated so fast.
Yeah, but like I've never even hashtag take back the land in any of my tweets or anything of that nature. I've just portrayed stats and that's it. But anyway, that's not the subject of the matter. Today we're speaking about not all men are trash, right?
Not all men are trash.
Well, that's a question initially.
Actually, that should be the title of this episode because last week it was men are trash.
Men are trash, yeah.
This week it should be not all men are trash. Just to clarify what other people were thinking.
I'll tell you.
Steel believes that men are trash, by the way. We all heard him last week. Verbatim, he said men are trash.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Yes, I did say that.
let's sort this out.
Are you trash still?
Yes.
I
He
think.
is.
I think. Wait. Hold on.
His sneakers agree with me.
Identity, as in, is that my identity? No. Can I have trashy behavior at times? Yes.
Wow.
And initially,
whoa.
No, hold on,
What
I'm
are you
not done.
doing to these girls,
No, hold
man?
on. And initially, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this thing here. It's called the Johari window. You've never heard of the Johari window? So initially, it consists of 4 sections. One section where you know something about yourself that no one knows about you. Second section, people know something about you that you don't know about yourself. Third section, people know something about you that you already know about yourself.
Yeah.
And fourth section, section where you know nothing about yourself and people know nothing about you. So that's called the Johari window. And initially, where I'm going with that is, at times, I might have trashy behavior because of my ignorance, because of something that I initially perhaps don't know, and people know. Like, people can see something like, yo, my guy, like, I need somebody to put me in check. Like, yo, dude, why are you behaving like this? You know what I mean? Do you realize that this is trashy behavior? And then I can fix or focus on that and be like, oh, snap, I didn't even realize that. I need to work on that area.
Okay, first of all,
But
let's
okay,
not
wait, hold on,
deny
hold
the
on,
fact
hold
that
on.
men are trash is a black thing.
I wouldn't say it.
It is.
Why you
Keri
making a
knows
black
nothing
thing?
about it.
Wait. You
Keri
see,
knows nothing about it.
now he's turning it into a race. Why are you
Keri
making a
knows
black thing?
nothing about it. First of
Wait,
all,
wait. You
what?
know
Wait,
nothing about that? You're
whoa.
saying we're trash?
Like, I just thought, because I've heard it maybe like once or twice before, but I just thought that was someone with like, who was upset, who was just, mad. I never knew it was a whole movement
it's a
that everyone's talking about.
No, it's a movement.
Jeez.
Wait, can I
Now-
go back to Steel? I just need to check this out. So you classify someone's behavior
As trash.
as who they are.
Yeah, I also have a problem with that.
No.
But when you say men are trash, that's what you say.
Yeah.
Yes
Whoa.
and no, but like initially, no. So that's why I think we're also having this conversation.
Yeah.
Not all men are trash. In the sense,
regardless.
yeah, but like we could also ask the same question. We could also ask the question: are men trash? Period.
I understand that question, right? But I'm going from your
Let's talk
viewpoint of men are trash,
Yeah.
and then because of their behavior, but not everyone's behavior, which is why we here, because I stand not all men are trash.
Yes.
And
She's talking about a crush right now.
oh wow.
Oh,
Crushes
okay.
on Michael Bublé. This I did not know.
Listen to
my
I've
word.
never
Oh,
heard.
jeez.
Oh, you didn't tell me
Not
this.
everyone knows.
I shared
I
in
apologize.
confidence.
I apologize.
I was a very personal.
Gonna have to edit that
It's
out.
out there right now. It's out there
Oh,
right
my
now.
goodness.
But I feel that we can't
Yes.
like judge a person, not even based on their behavior. That's who they are. Just because you behave a certain way, that doesn't mean that's who you are.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Okay, whoa. That's a very argumentative statement there. Because if someone rapes, doesn't that make them a rapist?
Okay.
And initially, we also have to go back to a fruit won't produce, like a tree won't produce. What am I trying to say?
An orange tree won't produce apples.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, also it has to go back to the fact that if you're constantly producing this type of fruit, then initially your identity could be that.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But I'm saying we can't just judge based on behavior, because behavior is only your mannerisms. And your mannerisms alter from either who you are around, where you are, and the setting in that specific event. So if your mannerisms change to and fro, you can't exactly draw a conclusion from them. You understand? So I understand if you behave in a certain way, it's a consistent thing that you could be that thing, but not all
Could
the
be?
time. Like possibly.
Possibly? Consistently, possibly?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can't. Even then, you still can't draw a conclusion, because, like you said, it could be out of ignorance that the person is
100%,
behaving
yeah.
that way consistently.
Yeah.
Until someone checks them,
Yeah.
then they're like, "Oh, okay, I'm in check right now," and then they move from that behavior.
Actually, that is a very true statement, because majority of these men are trash, like taxi drivers. Taxi drivers are so ignorant. They believe if a woman dresses inappropriately, that he has a right. Okay, not a right, but he believes that
You can simply objectify her.
yeah.
Okay, but then I have to go to this, right? Because the context of the hashtag men are trash is actually focused towards women violence and abuse or whatever,
Yes,
and children abuse, right?
Okay,
It's abuse, rape, and murder. Those are what it falls
Initially,
under.
that's the context of the hashtag.
Yeah.
And relationships. Let's not.
Yes.
Yeah, but
that's
that in a
where it
relationship
falls,
abuse, yeah.
No. Without the rape and the murder, just on bad relationships.
Well, abusive
Nah,
men
because
in a
women
relationship.
do say, "Oh, my boyfriend didn't do this, man, are trash."
No,
the core of this
Yeah, the
movement
core of-
is rape, abuse, and murder.
100%.
Because
As
it
long as a
happened after
woman
that person
says
was murdered.
Hashtag men are trash. Regardless. No. Still,
L-Zee.
if she
Okay, so
vibe into
women
that-
have warped this and they've now labeled all men as this because of bad behavior, because you didn't give me a Valentine's Day present, for example.
that's the-
Now
that's-
you're
that's not
trash.
the
But the
cause.
core of this thing, the cause and the core of it
Yes.
is rape, abuse, and murder. But it's just been taken out of
How does
context.
Kerry even know about this when?
I agree with
It's
you.
a thing I read.
She spent the whole afternoon.
No, it's been like 10 minutes.
Because this guy was here last week when we had 3 women here, MJ, Liso, and Anna, who especially clarified this thing.
Yeah.
On
Yes. They said verbatim, this is what they said. They said it's not solely on relationships. No. You need to listen to the podcast, bro.
You talking.
I remember, Lisa said this specifically. I remember
Oh my
her
gosh.
words. She said it's not solely based on relationships. That's when she added everything else. Anna agreed with her. And
No.
MJ. No. I listened to the podcast multiple times. You didn't.
You said your piece. You said your piece. Can I say mine? Can I say
But
mine?
I feel like I wasn't finished, but it's okay.
Getting
Okay.
heated.
But what I'm saying is, what they spoke about last week initially was the fact that, because we even asked them a question, like, I can't even remember what the question was phrased like, but initially what they answered was, we even put some women in check when they just go about hashtag men are trash just because your boyfriend didn't buy you a flower or anything of that nature. We put
When
those
did
women
you
in
do
check.
that?
Huh?
When did you put women in check?
No, they said
You,
that.
Mr. PC.
No, they said that. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Them.
you're speaking about them.
Yes,
Okay.
they said they even put women in check when they use the hashtag ridiculously, because the hashtag is not just for
it's been
absolutely-
thrown around.
Yeah, not just anything. They put women in check for using it like out of context. The context of the core of it, the cause of it, is women abuse and children abuse initially.
Okay, whoa. When we say children abuse, let's not take women out of it because they play a big role in.
Of course,
children
100%, 100%. Which is then we can obviously talk about that in
Women
another
are trash.
another podcast. We can talk about women are trash, 100%.
Yeah, but now my question now is, Keri, would you co-sign this whole man are trash movement based on the information that you know?
I mean, like I said, I don't know much about it. But I don't know. I just feel like it's so one-sided. Like the mere fact that men are trash because of these things that have been happening. Like how can us as women not even look at ourselves? Like I know stories of so many women where this woman has raped her son, for example, where this woman beats her kids, where this woman controls her husband to such a degree that he just wants out. You know, it's not men that are trash. It's people. Exactly. And we, like I said, we're all faulted, we're all flawed. And it's about the way that you move forward that really counts. If you're not willing to change, then you're trash. And that goes for men and women. It's not just men alone.
Yes.
And I think as women, we're just sitting back and being victims. And I don't think that's okay either. I think it's important for us to look at ourselves because that's where maturity and strength comes from, not just sitting back and blaming others. So that's must.
I had to call the white woman on the podcast, man.
No,
For these reasons.
but
whoa.
Okay, I'm just gonna start this just one. But I hear what Keri's saying, right? And Keri's not wrong at all. But from what we got last week and what these ladies were saying was, of course, there's also a woman issue where women are trash. Like it's not just all men initially. That's what they were saying. And initially what they were saying is, when we say men are trash, we're not saying all men are trash.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the questions we asked them.
But I mean, that is the hashtag. That's what it is.
However,
all men are trash.
No, the hashtag is men are trash. It doesn't say all men, hashtag all men are
No,
trash.
no, because I was, exactly. It's men, that's plural, that's generalizing.
But initially, this is what they said, right? They said when we say that, we could be talking about 2 men. We could be talking about 3 men.
But they need to specify though.
No. But that's why
that's
have
the issue that we have in
Randy,
this debate.
Randy, are you a man?
Yes.
Yes. So does it apply to you?
No.
Yes, man.
I don't
He's
know
a
that.
man.
Well, I can't say no.
Then they must say some.
It
It can't be so generalized though.
Initially, what they were saying was, it's hashtag men are trash, and it's like a shoe. It's a. If the shoe fits you, then wear it type of thing. You know what I mean? It's not. It's
a trashy statement.
It's not thrown out there for all men. It's for, if the shoe fits you, wear it. That's what you.
I don't think that's something you can do with such a generic title and such a generic hashtag.
That's the issue we're having. It's the titles.
Yeah, it's the
wording. It's not that we're
for
fighting
sure.
what they're standing for. We're with them. But the statement, men are trash.
Yeah, can I just say?
Why didn't you ask these questions last week?
I did.
No. Why didn't you challenge it?
You listened to me on the podcast.
I listened to the podcast.
I challenged him.
Did he challenge it?
I listened twice.
I was here.
And
I don't
man,
remember challenging.
You guys didn't even want to give me a chance to speak. But the issue that I have with this whole movement, like Keri said, even women do things that are wrong, right? So why don't we fight abuse, murder, rape all together? Why are we separating them?
No.
Because then, no.
Okay.
Because then we're gonna say that men are trash. Then the women that are doing these very same activities get to get away with murder.
No.
Yes. Because still, once you categorize things, then you diminish the purpose.
Yeah, that's true.
Of it. Because I even had the argument with women abuse and children abuse. All abuse is wrong.
Yes.
100%.
The minute you categorize, it's like you're trying to say which is more important type of argument. Neither. All are important.
100%.
So why are we trying to separate? Because now we're causing an unnecessary argument.
Okay, so this is what these ladies said last week, right?
Yes.
They said they 100% agree that women have trashy behavior and hashtag,
Yes.
But then this is what they said when you asked that very question. That's what they said. They said, if men want to start...
No, we don't.
No. They said if men have an issue with that...
Yes, they should start their own movement. We don't want to do
on
that.
another
No,
hashtag, which
together.
is hashtag women are trash.
We don't want to
Right?
do
But
that.
that's diminishing once again.
Fighting the fact that women
That's
are
them
being called
fighting each
hoes,
other. That's
and then
not
now we
fighting
must
the
start a
cause.
hashtag saying women are trash. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
seriously,
Come
it's
on, bro.
childish.
I was just uttering what they said, okay?
You agreed with them. Don't say, you agreed with them.
What I'm saying is, I agreed in the sense that for me, it's not agreeing in a sense of I agree you guys are absolutely right in what you're doing.
Oh, you said that.
No. It's an agreement in the sense of I understand what you guys are doing. I understand what the purpose and the driving force behind what you've started is. And to be honest
Still,
with
you said men are trash.
yes, men are trash in that context. Are they not in that context?
Which brings back our argument. Why are we categorizing it? Why not say this behavior is trash, plain and simple? Not that women are trash, men are trash. Because then, who's gonna win here?
Because this came from a very hurt and angry place, L-Zee. You need to
Men are
understand
hurt
that.
too.
Wait, hold on.
But we don't cry about it
But
on
to be
social
honest with
media.
you-
That's the
but-
difference.
but
We
to
don't
be-
make hashtags
Okay, hold
about
on.
it.
But to be honest with you, how many times or how often do you see on the news that a man has been killed by a woman or a man has been raped by a woman? Like, how often
Thank
do
you.
you see that?
Thank
No,
you.
hold on,
Thank you.
hold on.
No. I agree with
Hold
you.
on, wait, hold on. How often do you see that?
Not
I'm
often.
very glad.
Not often. Do you know why? Because it's been marginalized. Everything is marginalized. Let me use this example. Wait, let me use in the world we live in today, if I say something to Keri Beth, then it's not a problem. But the minute Keri says something to me, then she's being racist.
Yeah.
Simply because of her skin color.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the two sexes. If I say something to you, Steel, then no, I was defending myself.
Yeah.
But the minute you say something to me,
You're
all of a
sexist.
sudden, you're
So
not
good.
worth nothing. Steel
sexist.
ain't
Yeah.
nothing. Steel can just go and tap.
Still ain't ish.
That's how it happens. I feel
I actually understand that. I get what
that's
you're saying.
so good.
100%. I get that. There's no comeback for that.
This is what attitude to go with it.
I had the hand and everything. This is what I feel is really the problem with the men are trash and it now trying to respond to a problem in society. The hashtag and the movement came from a cry in society.
Yes.
But the problem with the cry is that they're fighting against the wrong people. I said I listened to the ladies. I've listened to a lot of ladies crying. This is the problem. Abuse, murder, abuse in relationships, how you just aren't safe walking in the streets.
Yeah.
And I said, the problem with the men are trash is that we're fighting all men. If I worked together with the men to fight the trash, we could solve the problem quicker. But if I go painting everyone with the same brush, we will never solve it. Because you know what's going to happen? If I go now to my Twitter and I say hashtag men are trash, you know what's the first thing that's going to happen? A guy that sees that tweet is going to go, oh my goodness, Lamlela.
Yeah.
They're not going to
we
go,
again.
Lamlela, what seems to be the problem?
Exactly. Yeah.
But if I say, hashtag, there's some trashy behavior in society, hashtag, there's a problem in society, then they want to know
What can we
what
do?
is the problem. Then I'm like, actually, the problem is that I'm not safe. I can't go home at night. Then they're like, you know what? You're right. There is a problem with some of the men in society.
Yeah.
We need to start dealing with them.
Yeah.
Not to just paint everyone and go off on our heads, because then we're not going to solve anything. Like, let me just ask a real question. It's been going on for about 6 to 8 months now. Men are trash. What has it solved?
Yeah,
Nothing.
exactly.
It's just created more strife.
Yeah.
People are taking off their clothes to demonstrate that men are trash. That I do not
Yeah,
understand.
I do not agree with that. I do not agree with that. I don't agree with that. But I can understand the motive, but it doesn't mean I agree with it. I don't.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that point in the sense that us as women, we're insulting men to get help. It's not a, Randy, I have the situation, I don't know what to do, help me, make a campaign, like just let's get together and do something. It's, oh Randy, you trash, so come and fight and help me. You know, it doesn't work like that. You need to be like, straightforward about it. We need to stand together. We need to do that kind of thing, not insult and then think that through an insult someone's going to want to help you, because it doesn't work like that in real life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Lamlela said, if men and women could work together in this whole situation, like a woman will say, these are my grievances, and a man will say, these are my grievances. Let's help one another. Women can fight the fight for men, and men can fight the fight for women. Because a woman cannot fight a fight against a man and win. Forget it. Forget it. But
That
a man
MMA
and a man,
fighter.
there's going to be a winner. But a woman and because I can't say what example can I use? If I know that Keri, let's say Keri's my wife, and she cheats on me, and I say, a woman that hopes. I can fight a fight about women being faithful to their men if I'm titling women as them as hoes. Because now they're going to be on the defense. And two, now I'm already being sexist already. Because I just diminished them. Because I don't see them as equals anymore.
Yeah.
But if a woman says, hey, you need to stop your behavior now, they can have a conversation. But if a man, imagine you walking up to any woman and say, listen, you need to stop doing this and this. You think that woman's going to want to listen to you? No. But a woman to woman, they can have those discussions. Just like if you see a man behaving poorly, you approach him like, yo, bro, I agree with your behavior. But do you think if a woman approaches him like, listen, I don't like the way that you treat women, do you think that guy's going to want to listen to a woman?
Not always.
So this is just my opinion, but I think that we should fight each other's battles.
Okay. Well, I'll give back to all you guys' points.
Speaking of trash.
Wait, hold on. I wanna quote.
Yes.
Speaking of trash.
Well, hold on. I wanna quote
the
this
one
tweet.
who's not giving any woman consent.
Hold on. I wanna quote this tweet. So Master Chabanlovu quoted the tweet, right? Well, not quoted the tweet. She tweeted the tweet, and she said, "Men are not trash. Some women and some men are trash." And then hashtag not in my name. Double five. And this is where initially the title for today's podcast came from.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women were not happy with what she said. Now, bear in mind, she had just initially kind of become like a hero. Okay, I don't know how much of the story you know about it.
I'm very
I don't know
clued
how
up.
much I know you probably don't know anything about the story.
Nothing.
That was so racist.
No, because she's not on Twitter. Because
She's
I know
not on
she's not
social
on Twitter.
media.
But initially, this is what Master Chabanlovu had done. And I also wanted us to kind of, almost in a sense, discuss this because, in a sense, I kind of feel like it falls under the whole scenario. But initially, there are two very well-known Kwaito artists, or Gom artists, as it's known now. Mampincha and Babe Sotu.
Oh,
right?
that's it now.
Yeah. So initially what had happened was Babe Sotu was invited to come over to speak on Metro FM, all right? Now, when she gets to Metro FM and she's there, she's being interviewed. As far as she knows, she's being interviewed for her latest single that's about to come out called or named Goddaz or something like that. But as the interview progresses and goes on, Masa Chaba then, because she has knowledge about Babe Sotumo's situation, the fact that she had been abused by her boyfriend Mampincha, because they're both dating.
Allegedly.
Or allegedly, yes, allegedly. We have to say that in there. Thank you, Lamlela. Because Babe Sotumo was allegedly being abused or had been abused allegedly by Mampincha, who is or was her boyfriend at the time. Now, initially how this came out was Babe Sotumo said nothing in the whole interview. But what Master Chaba did was she just like was like, okay, I thought I wasn't going to say anything about this, but babe Sotumo, we all know that Mampinja has been beating you up. She did not say allegedly. She just say, we all know that Mampinja has been beating you up. We all know, I've got a good close friend of mine, and a lot of people were kind of rattled by, a lot of people were in support of what she did and how she did it. They didn't care.
Yeah.
They were just happy that it's out there. The fact that we all know that Babe Sotumo was being abused by Mampinja. However, a lot of other people were not happy with the fact that Masechaba took it upon herself to say that, or took it upon herself to reveal that without Babe Sotumo's consent initially, and without Babe Sotumo saying anything. Because initially, even when she was speaking that, she didn't say anything. She still didn't say anything. She was just like awkward about it. And then after the interview, she went and cried in the toilet. Like somebody was still recording the whole thing.
Yeah, I saw that. That was terrible.
That was still terrible. You know what I mean?
So it was a female that recorded
everything. So now initially you've got probably about. Look, I did a poll. I'd have to find this now because I made a poll. Okay, wait. I have to go while I'm looking. Yeah, please.
Oh, my view on the whole situation. I'm half and half, man. Because I'm all for what Masechaba did. Because in that, you could find, I don't know how long Babes and what's his name were in a relationship for, but throughout all that time, to know that someone's being abused and like to not say anything is what I'm against. I'm glad she said something about it. I have a problem, however, where and how she said it.
Yes.
That's what I have a problem with.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have gone on live radio on Metro FM. How many listeners are on that?
Yeah,
millions, yeah.
And then to just drop someone's business like that, and the person doesn't even
Without
have a
consent.
response. Without consent. Like, if I'm gonna come at you and I know, Keri, you're being abused, and I need this to go viral, I'm gonna first come to you and be like, "No, listen, I know this is what's going on." The minute you like, "No, he loves me. He didn't mean it." I'm like, "Girl, he broke your leg." No, he didn't mean it. Then I'm like, "Okay, there's a problem here," and then we take it out there. You can't just jump on someone and ambush them like that and be like, "Yo, their business is all over like social media. It's all over the radio." That is what I have a problem with. But what she did.
More power
This
to
is
it.
Black power.
So I did a poll on Twitter, right? I'm proud to say it got a couple of votes. Okay, which is
I think I voted. I think I did.
Thank you for voting.
Just had to throw the plug in there.
So it got a couple of votes, which I'm really proud about for real, because like no one retweets anything from you on Twitter or like likes anything that you do on Twitter. Anyway. Except if you have like 60,000 K, but even those people who have 60,000 K followers sometimes get like 2 retweets or 1 like or something like that. Sure. So it's like really bad.
It's rough out there, man.
Anyway, I said, do you feel like Babe Sotumo was ambushed in her interview with Masechaba and Mo Flavor? And these were the options. Yes, and it was wrong. Yes, but it was necessary. No, was the right thing to do. It's hard to say. And basically the winning option was yes, but it was necessary. So basically meaning yes, they do feel like she was ambushed, but it was necessary. So that got like 40%. And yes, it was wrong, got 15%. No, she wasn't ambushed, it was the right thing to do, got 35%. And it's hard to say, got 10%. So initially the winning one was yes, they do feel like she was ambushed, but it was necessary.
Okay.
Which is I think what a lot of people kind of feel like, which in the sense of like what Lamlela's been speaking about, which is, we kind of have a little bit of an issue with how everything unfolded, but it was necessary in the sense that, which one did you vote for, by the way?
Oh my.
Expose yourself.
I think I voted for the last one.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Simply because of where I stand, because I can't exactly say I can't exactly say no, but it's hard to say.
Mampinja, you're not gonna defend yourself, man. Jay calls him Mampinja.
Who?
Jay Junior
calls him Mampinja. Why?
I don't know, man.
To the mic, bro.
Mike, man. You work at FCC, man. Come on.
I forget, bruh. This. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the Man Trash movement.
Yeah.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is I was against all of that, man. But now I see this is just okay. It looks like a marketing strategy for the movement. Guys, don't take it personal.
Clickbait. Initially, like what you call it. You know what clickbait is? Like
Wow,
like
that's actually.
clickbait is like you see on YouTube how sometimes
They say
absolutely
Kanye.
like how the Keri needs to go. What? Where you going, Keri?
Just exposed her like that.
All right, but initially, what clickbait is like
Thanks, Keri.
how on YouTube they'll make a video and then maybe they'll like it's like false advertising type of thing initially, kind of, but it's just to get you to click so you can view the content.
Yeah,
Is that what you kind of saying it is?
that's what I'm kind of saying, guys.
That's actually an
Guys,
interesting view.
don't take it personal, guys. Just hop on the movement and support the women and fight against this violence. That's
100%. I actually stand with that.
Whoa.
I actually
Whoa.
stand. I'm actually with Ayanda on that. In the sense.
We know you are. Sit down, man. First of
I
all,
am
the
seated,
question I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to him. Are you standing? Because he's the only person standing.
I thought you were saying I'm gonna sit down. You
this
were looking
guy.
at me when you said I'm
You
gonna
know,
sit down.
You know what? I'm not going to deal with
okay.
him. The question that I have to ask for you. You said that you support them in this whole moment. So you believe that men are trash.
Hey,
So
I-
you
no,
say that
no,
you are
I'm not-
trash
no,
because you
no.
don't give these women consent out here.
no, bruh, I do not believe that all men are trash. Some guys deserve that title because of
Yeah,
what
like
they
you.
do.
You know what this guy said to me today, man? This guy said, like we were talking about consent.
Yeah.
And this guy says, hey, man, if she ain't crying,
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Please tell me that is. Please tell me you didn't say that, bro.
No, bruh,
No,
I didn't. This
man,
guy's
no.
lying.
I'll give you woman consent.
Guys,
You are
Wow.
flagged. We are all
like,
flagging
hey,
him.
man.
No, bruh.
Red tag on
No,
you.
bruh.
I was like,
No,
what do
bruh,
you
come
mean,
on.
man?
Come
It's
on.
like, you know, these girls like to give you a playful no and whatnot. They like to play hard to get. So you don't know which no means what. So you'll see once the tears come. I'm like,
Wow.
whoa.
Please tell me he's lying, man.
Please, bruh.
Please tell me he's
I'm
lying,
not. I'm not even gonna try and defend myself.
And like,
because-
You better
and,
not.
and like, if you lie,
I have
and if
witnesses,
you
man.
lying, bro, that's a sick
Ask
lie.
Justin. Both Justins,
that's-
actually. They were there.
what?
But Easy was even there.
No,
Come on, man.
no way.
Man, this is serious, man.
No, man, this guy is lying, bruh.
But
for real.
a lot of men think like that.
Okay, a lot of we can't argue the fact that a lot of men do think like that, but we all know that it's all wrong to think like that.
Yeah,
No,
bruh.
the reason why I say a lot of men think like that, which brings the actually we're not done with this whole babes what doing.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to it.
We're gonna come back to it. Actually, no. Before we start this new argument, does anybody have anything to add to this whole Mampincha scenario? Because me personally, I don't know if the guy really did abuse or not. So I don't want to share my opinion if the guy is innocent.
All from his side, I went on YouTube. I watched his response to the whole thing,
Yeah.
and it was pretty vague. Firstly,
Yeah.
and I listened to it like twice,
Yeah.
and at no point does the guy deny that he abused Babes. He says, Babes knows that I'm not a monster.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean I didn't abuse you. That just means I'm not a monster. And he says, throughout all these things, she never defended me. I'm like, but you're not exactly
Defending
saying
the
you
whole
didn't hit
Wait,
her.
did you listen to the interview on the
Live.
station on
Lenega Babes?
Did you listen to Mampincha's interview with
No.
Master Chaba and Mo Flavor?
No, I haven't listened to his.
Did he
I
also
listened-
do an
He
interview?
did an interview yesterday. Yeah.
I didn't listen to his. I should go and find it. I
And
listened
what was
to.
his interview like?
Okay, from the interview, he was asked a couple of questions, which initially he was kind of, in a sense, not answering them the way that they would have liked him to answer the questions, and initially how a lot of South Africans would have liked him to answer the questions. But initially, then it goes back to this for me, okay?
Yeah.
Because how he answered the questions, for instance, they asked him, they asked him, did you or did you not abuse babes? Right? So they wanted a yes or no on that.
Yeah.
And then he says, this is what he says, because initially he was responding in Zulu. So I don't know whether the problem is a lot of people don't know Zulu, maybe. A lot of listeners listening don't know Zulu, or maybe because he was speaking really fast also. That's another thing. Like even I as a Zulu guy had a hard time hearing, like because he's speaking really quick.
Yeah.
But initially this is what he said. He said, no, initially him and Babes Wotumo, like he wouldn't consider it as abuse in a sense, because that stuff used to happen long ago. It has never been. They used to have their problems as a couple, but not in the way that Masichaba brought it across. So he's like, this thing of breaking legs, he doesn't know nothing about that. This thing about punching Babes Wotumo in the face, he doesn't know nothing about that. Babes Wotumo bleeding, he doesn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
But they have had altercations in the past. And it's not to the degree of physical. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So it could have been taken out of context.
Yeah.
So initially,
This is why I didn't want to comment.
so
on the
initially, a
situation.
lot of people are saying Mampicha didn't answer any question. But I'm like, guys, are you listening to the interview? And initially, I can't say anything either based on his response, because his response leaves a very gray area. Because I've personally never seen no Babes Wotumo
With a
in any
blue eye.
situation or anything of that nature. You know what I mean? However, you never know at the same time. I'm not saying that he didn't do it. So it's like hard to tell based on the questions he was asked and based on what he said. But because Umasa Chaba had already what's the word I'm looking for?
Drawn conclusions.
Yeah, or already or painted him in that light. If he came on that show and honestly gave a yes or no answer,
Yeah.
people would have still painted him in the same light. So for him, he would have never, even after the interview, he didn't win because the whole of South Africa still believes he did it. The whole of South Africa still believes he didn't answer a single question he was asked, although he did. And people were just not paying attention. The whole of South Africa still. Now, I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm not saying he did do it. I absolutely do not know. But if he did, obviously, I stand with the Babes Wotumo on the whole situation.
You're standing with her even though you don't know the facts.
I'm saying if he did do it, I stand with Babes Wotumo on this situation.
But
they also asked him in regards to him posting on Babes Wotumo because apparently what had happened was they had broken up. They had broken up.
Yeah.
Babes Wotumo had broken up with him, and then they asked him. And then he's like, broken up, right? He's like, I don't know anything about this whole breaking up situation. Also, right? That's what he said. He's like, I don't know anything about this broken up situation. This thing was just, said on air by you guys. Babes, like, didn't confirm or deny anything. I don't know anything about that situation. You guys are the one talking about it. And it seems like there's a third hand in this thing, obviously meaning Masichaba. And then so they ask him, okay, if you don't know anything about the breaking up situation, when last did you see Babes, or when last were you with her? So he says, I was with Babes on Tuesday before she flew over to Joburg to have interviews. I knew she was having interviews. I didn't know she was going to be on Metro FM. I knew she was having interviews. But I was with Babes on Tuesday. Everything was fine. We were fine.
Mike.
Yeah, my mic, dude. No. L-Zee. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Fine. Anyway, but there's beside what. So anyway, so he's talking about that, and then they came to the situation of Babes Wotumo said, you were the one who posted the engagement ring, or you guys being engaged, even though you had broken up. So he says, no, guys, Babes Wotumo. So they asked him, is it yes or no, right? Yes or no? Did you do that? He's like, yes, I did that. I posted. But initially, how it works is we're in a relationship. She has my Twitter password. She has my Instagram password. She posts on my Instagram whenever she likes. I post on hers. You know what I mean? It's that type of thing. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah. Look, it's hard to tell, but initially, I just feel like Kuman Pinja, he wasn't going to win in either case, even if he is innocent, because Masichaba has already said what he said. The country's bought it. Even if, and it's a big if, okay? Because even now, I'm questioning whether he did it or not, but I don't know. And I'm
Yeah,
saying,
it's like I
yeah,
said, man.
it's hard to say.
Lamlela even believes it.
No, not that. It's just that I think it was on E Live or Live E, but I saw the thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I don't believe you. Because I mean, if you're gonna leave such gray areas, then it's either you're just leaving me to think for myself and draw my own conclusions, or you just don't want to be direct and say yes or no, because then you'd either be lying or you wouldn't be lying. So I was like, I don't know, bruh. So, but I don't believe you. I'll believe you if he had said there, firstly, I have never abused babes. I have never laid a hands on babes. I have never. Then
he said it initially in the interview.
Not hinted to it. Not like it could have meant that, but like say absolutely no. This is where I draw the line. Those were allegations brought against me, and those were false allegations. Then I would have been like, okay, I can buy this guy's story because I've never seen any evidence of a babe's abuse. I've never. This was new to me, and like. A leg takes a long time to heal.
100%.
At what point, like, I would have known if she...
Hey, that brings me to... Have you seen babes with thingy like...
Nothing.
Didn't she have a leg injury at some point?
That I'm having.
I can't remember though.
I don't remember her having it. She's always dancing.
I can't remember. Maybe someone must go back and look. When did she cancel shows? Because for 6 months or 3 months.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't remember.
But you can't just cancel the show. You have to give a good reason.
A valid reason.
Otherwise, they fine you. Now, my issue now with this whole issue is that the guy said he's never physically abused her. But nobody cares about the truth if the lie is more entertaining, okay?
That's also true.
Everybody is riding this wave because of the whole man a trash movement. This is the issue that I'm having now with this whole movement. Because it's strictly against men, there's nothing that men can do and defend themselves and they'll be found guilty. I mean, innocent. Because of this whole movement. Because it's specifically against males. It's not against abuse. It's not against murder or anything of the things that men are trash are fighting for. But now, because it's against men specifically, anything a male does, it will be put under a microscope. Even if they found innocent in the eyes of the law or any reason,
yeah, he'll never be able to regain.
Nobody will care because everybody's fired up. They're looking for something or someone to hate.
Yeah.
Which is why I have a problem with this hashtag.
And initially, it kind of, in a sense, I'm just hopping onto your guys' train just for a second, just from your perspective of the hashtag. And initially, I guess maybe it might look a little weird or stupid when men hop on the train. For instance, like perhaps men like myself, and I'm like, yo, hashtag men are trash. It might look stupid because I'm a man, and initially it might be looking like I'm implicating myself.
Yeah, exactly.
This
is a very tricky subject, man. Like, we need to be sensitive because there are a lot of people being accused of things they didn't do.
That's true. A
lot.
And see, that's why I think even from the beginning of this podcast, we were me and Keri were against the title of the hashtag that men are trash. It leaves too big of it's too generic.
It gives women too much power.
Yeah, it's too generic to just use anyhow. Because now I'm actually thinking this other tweet I saw, I'm not going back to Babes and my feature thing, and he's pointing a finger at her. But I think it's in a music video, and it's quite playful thing. And people were like, oh, I wonder what he said.
Sounds like Twitter.
Wow,
Black Twitter.
bro.
Yeah. So you see now every little thing is put under a microscope and it's usurped. Yes. Like if it wasn't for, maybe if we weren't in an era in our years where men are trash and all the women are so fired up and all the women are so ready to chop your head off, is saying anything regarding any male doing anything. Maybe people would then have been willing to be like, sit down and be like, okay, I hear what Master Chaba is saying, but I've seen no evidence of it, because that's also a reality that everyone needs to face. No one has seen any evidence of based abuse.
But
throwing my
hold on, guys.
On
but this is another situation, right? This is another thing. How many women in this country, and not just this country, but all over the world, go through some sort of abuse without having any evidence of it.
Very unlikely.
No,
There's
no, no,
always
no, no.
No,
evidence.
no, it's very likely.
It's very
It's
likely,
very
bro.
likely.
If it's
a
emotional
real thing.
No. Physical abuse, we gonna see something.
I'm talking about both emotional and physical abuse.
Emotional, I understand, but not physical, my man. You gonna show physical.
No. Okay, let me tell you. There are some women. There's been stories. There's been accounts. There's been articles of women who are abused by their partners.
Yeah.
And the person doesn't mind, the abuser doesn't mind taking your phone, texting your work, saying, no, you're off sick, and then takes you to the doctor and says, no, we were in a little bit of a car accident, blah, blah, something lame like that, and they buy it at the doctor because you obviously got injuries.
So you're trying to tell me a woman goes with this abusive guy that she's
No,
with
no,
to
you
the
don't
doctor
understand. This is
in public
Ima,
and still agrees with
Randy,
me?
Hold on,
Randy,
let him
hold on.
finish.
Let me tell you now the truth about abuse. As much as I've been against not all men are trash, but this is the truth about abuse. If I abuse you, abuse is not about me just punching you. It's not about me just like saying bad stuff to you that hurt you, but it's about stripping you of your power, which is what makes rape such a potent weapon that is used against whoever is raped. See, if I strip you of your power, you feel powerless, and that is what causes grown men to not say anything when their wives abuse them, because they are
100%.
stripped of their power.
actually wanted to
They
go
don't
there,
even realize that. So you're telling me that no,
I know some guys who
the
are
woman wouldn't be
abused
able
by
to
them.
walk at a mall with bruises all over her body
Or you
with
can't
her
talk to
abuser?
certain
Yes, she
women.
would.
Or even
you can't talk to
or
other
even
women.
I've even seen
That
I think
happens
there's
a
a
lot.
documentary or something like that. I can't remember if it was cutting edge like back in the days. But apparently this one abuser, what he would do was he would abuse his girlfriend like on the inner thigh or something like that or whatever, like
Places they can hide.
Yeah,
That is
like
so
something
true.
they can hide where it's like no
Actually,
evidence of it at all or whatever.
I like that
and
you
that
said that.
and that person won't go to the cops for fear of being threatened about something that this abuser has over her or whatever, something
See,
like that.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Mind
You
games
see?
as well.
He's gonna hit her in places where it's not
Visible.
Visible, yeah.
but it actually is visible because
They
trust me,
skittish.
if I hit you anyway, you're gonna have bruises. Number one, two, it's gonna hurt. So whenever you sit, people around you can't tell me that they don't notice these things. A male may not notice because men will just make a judgment. Oh, somebody had too much sex last night. A woman would look at it like,
Yeah.
But
something's
guy,
wrong there.
inner thigh, who looks at you inner thigh?
Woman.
whoa.
Actually, everybody looks at people
I
everywhere. Man. Let's
understand.
not
Like-
pretend like
I understand what you're saying here, Randy. But see, this is also the flip side of the problem in society, because everything has its own problem.
yeah.
I see someone walking around and I'm like, they're not what they usually are. They
Yeah.
seem skittish, number one. They seem very fearful of everything. Everyone who closes a door like ruins their world.
Yeah.
That person, I'm like, I wonder what's the problem. But no one ever, like very few people, I'm not gonna say no one, very few people ever have the courage to ask you what's wrong. And like 9 out of 10 times, even when a person does ask what's wrong,
The person will
response
say, "No,
is,
it's nothing."
No, actually it's nothing. Actually, I went to the gym, so my thighs are, man. I went to the, no, it's
Leg
not.
day.
Like, no, it was leg day. No, I did my core. No, your core is bruised. You didn't do your
Exactly.
core. Your core was done for you.
You didn't drop weights on your freaking core. But this is the point that I'm trying to say. I agree with you, Lamlela. There are people who notice abuse because some of us are observant. We notice people's patterns and behavior.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very observant. Okay. I know people who are abused and they haven't said they're abused. Yeah. But I can see it in the behavior. An abused person is just subconsciously, they are not anywhere around you. Physically, they're there, but you can see this person is not here because their mind is still in that trauma. So you can see it, even if you don't engage in a conversation with them, but just looking at them, you can see this person is nowhere near this environment. And you know there's something wrong with that person. But a lot of people, we're too switched off, man. We're like, well,
We're
it's
too
none of my business.
insensitive.
Like, oh,
100%. Hold on. I want to go to this, right? The
way still jumping on
the
it.
hashtag men are trash thing, right?
yeah.
And a lot of reason why a lot of women feel this way, hashtag men are trash, is because they also feel that the root cause of absolutely every single problem in relation to abuse has something to do with the man somehow, somewhere, even when women are the ones who now commit abuse or now doing things. They feel like that comes from a deeper place where a man had something to do with her getting to that place where she's now turned the abuser. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Well, how do you guys feel about
Am
that?
I mentally unstable here?
No,
No. There's something that I'm noticing. Steel is just pouring, pouring
I'm speaking what the
gasoline
people are
and
speaking.
gasoline on the fire,
No,
and
I'm
then be like,
speaking what the
"Yo,
people are
man,
speaking."
pour out the fire." It's pouring gasoline, like, "Yo, man,
I'm
pour out the
saying
fire."
what the people are saying. Do you guys not
You're
see
setting
these
us
tweets?
up.
Do you guys
You know,
see
let
these
me
tweets?
try and put out the
What
fire.
do you guys
Let me try and
do you
put
guys
out the
not
fire.
see these tweets?
So
Steel.
going on somewhere deep inside, the problem was caused by a man. So you know what? Even if it's a woman caused like being the abuser, then we can still blame a man. That's I'm sorry. I'm trying to not forget what institution I go to school at. I was gonna say something, but the institution won't let me.
Man.
That is incorrect. That is an incorrect statement. Simply because it doesn't matter what's happened to me. Whatever I do to you is a choice. And
Thank you.
You can't make the assumption that men are trash because, you know what, Lamlela, deep down inside of her somewhere, she was treated badly by some guy and now she's treating her children badly. No, we focus on, okay, Lamlela, you treating your children badly, you're an abusive mother. Stop that. You don't go deeper. I wonder what man is responsible. No man is responsible. You are responsible not to abuse your children.
Yeah.
We can go now when we're doing counseling and whatnot and find
Yes,
the
yes,
root
yes.
cause of that and deal with it. But right there and there in your decision
It's all you.
to handle or to mishandle your children,
Yes.
that's all you.
Thank you. I love that. I love that so much.
No, I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with what Lamlela is saying.
Let me high five her, okay?
Lamlela, let me high five you also.
My intern
I'm
on
high
fire
fiving you
today,
as well.
man.
100%.
Goddamn.
I agree with that 100%. But however,
You
hold
can't say
on.
you agree with that.
Hold on.
However,
Hold on.
Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
What I'm saying is, I agree with what Lamlela is saying 100%, right? What I'm saying is the hashtag men are trash, right? I'm not running away from responsibilities of any sort. Responsibilities, 100% what Lamlela just said. You just did that. That's all you. That's all you. You know what I mean? You're responsible for that.
Yeah.
We're gonna deal with you. And then in counseling, we're gonna deal with what brought you to this point. I mean, and then you can speak about that. And when we find Wuti, it was a man behind this. Initially, that's what the hashtag is also addressing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the hashtag is addressing the fact that women abuse children or whatever. I'm saying what women feel like is that the hashtag is also addressing.
man, I didn't give you consent to touch my knee again.
Okay, whatever.
Feeling very well. You see, this is the problem
I
we
don't
have.
care. It's not
Why
about
aren't
you.
men concerns
It's
being
not-
taken
it's not
seriously?
about you.
Okay, I didn't give you consent. Why are you touching my knee, man?
Yeah, because I can.
In a rom full of people, bro. You heard that? Okay,
You
I do
ask for
believe men are
consent to
trash.
touch
Okay?
another
Hey,
man's
men
knee.
are trash.
Not L-Zee. I don't know consent from L-Zee. I can.
Guys,
Yeah, exactly. I can just touch
broad
mine if I want
daylight.
to.
Whoa.
But anyway, yes, I can. Anyway, going back to. Okay, fine. Let's be serious now. But going back to the hashtag, initially, what the women feel like is that it's also addressing the root cause of issues of women getting to a particular place. It's not excusing women getting to a particular place. It's also addressing the fact that men are trash because they caused this woman to get to this place. I was listening to a song actually earlier on this morning that I came across on Twitter. This lady, she made a song. It's like one of those a cappella thingies that people do now or whatever.
Oh yeah, and I get those.
Yeah, and the lyrics go like, "We mama gabafana," something like "Mama gabafana, ngangimthanda ngempela ubafana, ngangithi ngiyayivikela, ngagcina ngimbulala." ngoba wayezama ukungishaya, something of that nature. You know what I mean? So initially in that context, the hashtag would be relevant, so to speak. You know what I mean? Hashtag men are trash in the sense that Uafana tried to kill this woman, and this woman retaliated and said, "Yo."
Then she ended up killing him.
Yeah, and she ended up killing him, basically. So that's initially what the hashtag also addresses.
You see what I mean by still pouring gasoline on the fire and then telling you,
wait, must
like,
I
put out the fire.
What the people are saying?
All he's doing is like fighting for the ladies, but then like, yeah, guys,
No,
yeah, I'm with
L-Zee.
you, but
Hold on.
No,
hold on.
wait. Okay.
Nah,
but
okay.
for everything, like, oh, you're
Nah.
not glad I'm here.
I'm very glad
okay,
that you're
but
here. Okay.
for this now new leg of the race or a new view,
Yeah.
that's what it could also be addressing. It could also be addressing. I feel that firstly, it's just far-fetched. That view that if we go deep enough, we'll find a man in there somewhere, and we're also blaming him for that. It's far-fetched in the sense of initially when they came out saying men are trash, they weren't saying men are trash, and you know what? Even if a woman abuses, there's a man behind that too.
Yeah.
Now it's all these things that they're drawing into it, what we could be referring to. Because the minute they came out, men are trash, there was opposition, even from women saying not all men are trash.
Yes.
They're like, no, what we actually mean. No, what we actually mean. This is not abstract art. You can't go wherever you want to go with
Yes.
it.
Nah, but Lamlela, you don't know that though. You don't know that they didn't have like all these reasonings behind the hashtag.
Steel.
Still's not listening.
This is a hashtag coming from bitter, mad, angry,
hateful,
hateful,
spiteful.
spiteful,
Guys, hold on.
wanting to prove a point.
No.
Women
I
of
was quick
society.
to defend
Wait.
him.
No, wait. No. You even said yourself the hashtag came from a position
anger.
of anger.
But I wouldn't go to an extent. I think it's anger wanting to express itself, right? I wouldn't like I don't know, man. Like,
Hey, man.
How,
Nah. It's too far
I'm
fetched.
angry at a lot of things, but I can't just go and just spread my anger
the way you want to spread it.
the way I want to spread it.
Even taking it to because now we've narrowed it down to this new valley of even if a woman abuses, there might be a man somewhere deep somewhere in there. That's just such a far-fetched view, which I can almost guarantee you it came after the hashtag had been there for quite some time. And then people say, and I feel like it could address this too. Which is why I'm making it seem like it's far-fetched that you could take it, and then if the shoe fits this one too, and then droop, that's what it could also mean. Droop, that's what it could also mean. You can't do that. That's why I said it's not abstract art. You can't just find any meaning and whatever, it could mean this. You know what? It does. It could mean this. You know what? It does. You can't do that. If they're standing for women abuse, for violence against women and children, if that's what they're standing for, because that's what they said initially, then they should just say, this is what we stand for, and not try and now cover up, because that also seems like a bad cover up for why women abuse. Women abuse because there might be a man in there somewhere. Like, how far are we going to take it back, Steel? Let's say I'm an abuser because my mom abused me. Now we're going to go like back 10 generations to find my granddad that abused the other grandmother that then the mother started abusing.
Lambs, let's go all the way back.
Okay.
Because if we can go all the way back, we'll see who really abused who here. Because Eve was the one that forced Adam to eat the damn forbidden fruit, okay? If we want to go all the way back, okay?
I don't think that's how it happened, man.
We can go forward with
this.
this men are trash thing, because it could be just a cover up for women to abuse men.
Nah.
That is actually a great argument.
That is no.
Bro, let's have fun with this. No. That is a great argument.
No, that's not what it.
No, we don't know that.
For.
We don't know that.
We know that.
No, we
possible.
don't.
It
It's
might
possible.
No, guys.
Listen, man, I see men being abused by women every day.
About if we could find a meaning to it and replace and say that is it. Now, Ayanda could run with that and say, you know what, men are trash, this is what it means. And now the shoe looks to be fitting pretty well around these parts.
No.
But
based
we
on what
know-
we
but
see,
we
know
know
it doesn't
it's
mean
not
that.
what it
based on what we
says.
see,
That's
bro,
why you can't
that
just
is a
take
high
any meaning.
possibility,
Wait,
man.
but please,
It's possible,
but please
bro.
explain what you mean by that.
No, like women would use this men are trash thing to cover up their own violence against men. You see, maybe you understand what I'm talking about.
I understand what you're talking.
Just
Basically,
elaborate,
the
guys,
people who started
please.
this men are trash. How do we know they were not the abusers in the first place? Because no one knows where's the root of the hashtag.
Nah, I feel like that's also a bit.
That's far-fetched.
bit
It's not.
far-fetched.
Why is
too
it
far-fetched.
far-fetched? Why is it far-fetched?
It's too far-fetched.
Because then it goes against women.
No,
the
it's not-
hashtag,
it's
can I
not
tell you when the
that.
hashtag actually came to being, right? The hashtag came to being when
After
Usandile Mansu
what's the goal
murdered,
that Karabo?
yes, Mukwena, yes, after Usandile Mansu murdered Ukarabo Mukwena, which now, by the way, there are new findings that Ukarabo Mukwena might have been a slave queen. So she might have been part of, I don't know if you've been seeing
Oh
this.
my goodness, the slave queens are
prostitution
being
ring.
sold.
Yes, this
Yeah.
whole prostitution ring, in a sense, like this whole slave queen escorts type of vibe.
Whoa, wait, what?
Did you not
Slave
know?
queens are
Are you not on
prostitutes?
Twitter? You're not on Twitter?
Yeah,
I am, but I
this
don't
guy's not
follow
on Twitter
anything.
like we're on
So,
Twitter.
like,
man.
he's not on Twitter like we're on Twitter. But
I'm a grown ass
but
man. I got things to do.
initially, what is happening is right now there's a whole new reveal. There's a lady who goes by the name of Faith Nketsi, aka Queen Twerk, right?
Yeah, I see her.
You know her?
Yeah.
I didn't even know her until this hashtag. Or not this hashtag, but I didn't even know her until like this reveal on Twitter. And there's another lady also as well who goes by the name of Innocentia Morolong or something like that. But so apparently these two ladies run a management company. The one runs feline management. I can't remember. The one runs innovative models, something like that. So initially, what they do is, or what they advertise themselves to be doing is, they host parties, they MC at gigs, they model advertising, all of those things. But what people are saying is, hey guys, we get that. They've got models under them as well, right?
Yes.
People are saying, we get that you guys are saying you do this, but where do you get all of this money? Where do you get all this money though? Because we hardly see you in any adverts. We hardly see any gigs that you MC at.
Yes.
We understand the hosting of parties, but to afford such a lifestyle that you guys have, where is this money coming from? So now there's been some evidence that Nandi Cakes at Cakes Nandi has been exposing or whatever, and as well as Advocate Barry Roo, Man's Not Barry on Twitter. They're coming up with new findings where they're exposing certain things about what's actually happening behind closed doors, and the fact that these women are actually prostituting these women and making money out of it, which
at these parties that they're hosting.
At
It
these
doesn't
parties
matter
that they
where,
host
but
or wherever,
the
like
whole-
even privately,
The whole modeling agency, MCing gigs is a cover up for a
Actual
brothel.
prostitution.
Yeah, and then
prostitution.
now the hashtag that's been kind of popping up as well after these findings is hashtag women are trash. But we also have some women who are saying, hey guys, we understand that you guys are shining a light on these women and, hashtag women are trash, but we can't run away from the fact that men are the consumers. Men are the ones consuming. Men are the ones buying. Men are the ones. So hashtag men are trash.
Guys, I feel like this is unnecessary argument. Cause I give up, man. I can't have these discussions. 'Cause I feel like we're going around in a circle. Okay.
No, that's
You're
what
going around
I'm
in a
telling you what the people are saying. What's
You're going
wrong?
around.
These
Right.
are
What
the
people are saying.
effects of starting such a generic
Hashtag.
movement, hashtag, and then, oh my goodness, now people are gonna look
Because of
away from
hate,
the
no
fact
one's
that
gonna want to listen to whatever women are doing.
yeah,
They can get away with murder, basically. That, and they are.
I would hashtag it Queen Twerk is trash. Yeah, hashtag Queen Twerk is trash. Or
now
whatever
that's
else.
specific to-
But it's not just Queen Twerk. It's actually a whole number of women.
I don't know
who are
their
behind-
names.
who are
The one I
behind
do
this.
know is Queen Twerk. So
Yeah, but like, how effective is that though? When they're like, because
So, whoa, I wanna understand
The
this.
focus at the end of the day is just gonna be Queen Twerk instead of all these women.
Does
that
Faith
are-
and Casey also, is she also
She's Queen Twerk.
Faith and Casey is Queen Twerk.
She's co-owner or whatever of Feline Management.
of
Is
this
it-
whole
is it feline
brothel?
management?
Feline Management.
Feline
Yo,
management
that explains
girls
the
are
lifestyle,
trash.
bro.
That's my new hashtag.
Because I don't understand. Is
But
she
what
making
about
all this
innovative
money from
models?
twerking? I don't understand.
I'm gonna have 3 of them. Innovative models.
But there are a lot of other ones as
Trash.
well. Lamlela. So
Call them out
like,
singularly.
you understand what I mean? So like, it's
Listen, man.
like you run out of characters.
Trash is
tweeting.
trash, man. Trash is trash. And you
Plain
know
and
what?
simple.
They went wrong by putting suffix. No, it's a prefix.
Can I ask you a
prefix
question still?
that men are trash.
Do you
Trash, trash.
agree with this statement, which is women are hoes?
Of course not.
You see? Being biased now.
I'm not being biased.
You are.
I am not being biased.
So you disagree with women being hoes, but you agree with men are trash.
I agree with the hashtag men are trash because I know where it comes from.
Oh, but you don't know where the women are hoes.
And no, I don't know where it comes from.
Okay.
Where does it come from, L-Zee?
Nah, I can see where this
And like
conversation is going.
what are the you know what's the motive behind it? Like, because we all know what the motive behind hashtag men are trash is. The motive behind it is to get people talking and to make a change, to actually get something happening, make something happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Women are hoes started in the hood, okay, in America, obviously, where the husbands would go and work and the wives would cheat on their husbands with the guys in the hood. And the guys in the hood that watched this happen were like, man, women are hoes type of scenario. Like, just them conversating. This is why dudes don't respect women, because they see how women behave. Now, it wasn't a hashtag though. Yeah. But I'm sure somewhere down the line someone has hashtag this woman a house. But it became like a serious thing. It was put in movies and everything to show that this is what, if you watch Friday,
I've watched Friday. I've watched next Friday.
you see the midget's wife who cheats with the pastor while the husband is at work.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's even Boys in the Hood, they show all that. That while these guys are at work, women are out here.
Okay, well, my response to that is hashtag women are hoes because hashtag men are trash.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, don't engage. He's pouring gasoline on the fire. Listen, man, we gonna let the forest burn, okay, on this one.
That's
I want to end this whole man of trash, whatever movement altogether. Well, the conversation, not the movement. If y'all want to continue with the movement, go ahead. Okay. I'm not going to engage.
So
in
you
it
don't
anymore.
want there to be a conversation at all about this?
No, I tried to have a conversation.
Because
about
initially,
it.
L-Zee,
But
okay,
it's not a
guys,
conversation
can I ask-
anymore.
can I-
Still,
oh,
no,
hold on.
no,
Can
no.
I ask
I'm
you a question?
talking.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
You see how rude
Wait,
this guy
no, I
is?
just want to ask
You're
you a
such
question.
a woman, man.
Hold on, I just want to
Why
ask you a
you
question.
holding-
I just want to ask you a question because I'm trying to calm you down. I'm honestly, would we actually be as engaged in the whole women abuse, children abuse? Would we be as fully focused? Would we be as talkative or conversative about this very issue if this hashtag didn't exist? If the hashtag didn't come about, this hashtag men are trash thing? Would, like, honestly speaking, would we even be having this podcast today? No, we would not.
Yes, we would.
No,
because
we would
whoa. Don't say
We
that.
would
Don't say
not.
that. Let me educate you on something because I'm the one who called the guest over. This is the issue. It was not because of men are trash. The conversation I brought to you, I even said it. We need to have a rape culture episode.
Yeah, but where does that come from? Where does
whoa.
that stem from?
It has nothing to do with men are trash.
It stems
No.
from that because your
Men
very
are
thing-
trash is not a popping in America.
Whoa.
Rape culture is
Hold on.
what's popping in America.
Hold on.
This is the conversation I wanted to have.
Wait,
Still?
hold on.
No, don't say hold on.
Okay. Speak, finish. Because you just speak fast, dude.
How rude is he?
Just
I
speak.
escaped.
Wow, man. I feel like when I brought the conversation to you, I said that we need to have this rape culture conversation, which is something that we said we're gonna have initially after what sparked the last time on the Black Panther episode. Somewhere in Wakanda, in that episode where we touched on the whole rape thing, but then we couldn't really get into it because we were talking about something else. And then we said, yeah, we'll do a whole episode about it. And then when I brought it to you and I told you these women are fighting abuse and such and such and such on social media, and I said it's not a good platform for them to do that. So let's have a conversation with them on the podcast. But did we have a conversation with them on the podcast? You listened. Did we have a conversation?
Didn't sound like conversation.
Thank you. Now, which was my concern? Because this whole hashtag men are trash, all it's causing is hatred. The conversation that I tried to engage in did not happen. Hence, the title is Men are Trash and not Rape Culture. Because I wanted to talk about rape culture. Men are trash and rape culture is two different things.
Okay, that's okay, fine. So you're sticking on the podcast literally. But initially, that's not my total focus. My focus is, would we be having a conversation about the whole situation, about women abuse, violence, about this whole thing, if this hashtag had not come into being, or if this hashtag had not come into place?
Yes, Me Too movement.
The Me Too movement came after, way after. Way after, months,
exactly.
a year after.
Nobody cared about the men are trash because it was specific. The Me Too movement is all around. It's not gender-based. That is the issue.
But L-Zee.
No, don't say but L-Zee.
No, hold on. The
men
thing
are
is,
trash
men are
gender-based.
Men are trash sparked a conversation. That's just a fact.
In South Africa, yeah. And amongst black people, so it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't even need to be international because it's addressing South Africans. Yes, it does need to be, but I don't think the motive of it was to take it international. I think it was to get people talking in South Africa to make a change actually happen in South Africa.
Then
why are you saying men then?
And it sparked a chain. It sparked a chain reaction of events that started to take place because of just one hashtag.
Yes, we've criticized and crucified a male artist because when he wasn't even accused by the female of abuse, because of your men are trash
Don't say it's mine, it's not mine.
You part of it. You with it.
You are very deep in that movie.
You deep with it. Right now, you are the advocate.
Guys,
right
now. You know what?
No.
Let me go on. Let me go on.
No, this guy, guys, no. Clear my name from what
I'm not clearing
my
name.
Clear my name.
That's what everybody who listened to the last episode said. They said the guy that you were with sold you out. And I agree with them. Yeah,
Who said that?
Let me go on this right now. You know, I hear what
I need to show you the comments.
I hear what Steel is saying. That maybe had this hashtag never been there, we wouldn't have been having this conversation. It wouldn't be in such a light. But you know what? Another sad reality about the hashtag having been there is that, yeah, we're having this conversation. But you know what? People are angrier. People are more hurt.
Spiteful.
And people are like, it's not solving the problem. It's merely exposing it and then pouring gasoline in it. You know why? Because let's say it started out initially being against women abuse and being against children abuse and violence in relationships and all that. That's how it came across. That's how it started. But I promise you how it's progressed. Now people are hashtagging men are trash to every other thing.
Yeah,
it's being usurped from its original purpose. And that's also one of the effects of it having been here. Now, when I say men are trash, no one knows what the hell I'm talking about.
But guys, that happens with absolutely. But that happens with absolutely everything.
No,
you can say
no, for real. It happens
with
even Muslims. Like if I could say I'm a Muslim, right? And I'm not really a Muslim. I could say I'm a Christian and I'm not really a Christian. That happens with absolutely everything.
No, Steel.
For real, it does.
Steel, hold on. What I'm trying to show is, yeah, there's this effect that you find is good, that the conversation's on the table, right?
Conversation not
But
being
there's
had.
also, like you said, a chain reaction. Chain reactions aren't always good effects, because this hashtag didn't just bring a pool of good effects. It's got some negatives, some pretty
Big
big
what are the
negatives.
negatives?
Can I ask you one
No,
question?
name the negatives.
Wait,
compared to
can
the
I ask you
positives.
one question still?
Yeah.
Out of last week's episode, do you think we had a conversation or an argument?
I think we had an educational session.
Okay.
You should join Simba B and do law with him.
Yeah.
You don't answer
You guys should
questions
do
straight.
a podcast together.
I'm still speaking my truth. What's wrong with me speaking my truth, y'all? I'm speaking my truth. I think we had an educational session. We were educated.
But me personally, I'm gonna put this whole man of trash movement to rest, because I agree with the core of it, but I don't agree with the hashtag itself. So that's my 2 cents on the matter, and I'm done with it. The next thing I want to talk about is 13 reasons why, and consent, and abuse and bullying. Right?
Yeah, in high school.
Yeah.
Didn't we really speak about consent last week?
No, we touched on it. We didn't speak on it.
Dude, we spoke about consent last week.
We did not speak about consent.
I'm
We touched on
100%
it.
sure we spoke
We
about
did
consent.
not. We spoke about men being trash. Yeah, but
I
consent.
feel like you need to go listen to the podcast.
Says the guy who never listens to the podcast. But anyways,
Because I
back
don't
to
have
what I
Wi-Fi
was
to
saying.
get the stuff, man.
But you have
Cheating.
Wi-Fi to download videos, but you don't have Wi-Fi to
Where?
listen to
Where?
any of
Which
them.
videos?
That's why you have videos on your laptop, because you don't download them.
What? What videos?
Okay. Yeah.
Chin.
Okay.
Yeah, what's it?
Because he does not know me, the person who edits the audio. Okay. Anyways,
Listen,
I
man,
want to end this whole
whenever you
conversation.
guys
Wow.
have the
That's
13
deep.
reasons why consent, abuse in high schools,
What is that?
sexual abuse in high schools,
That's a
conversation,
real problem.
please have me here.
What is 13 Reasons Why?
You haven't seen the show?
Oh my god.
Blasphemy!
What is that?
It's, oh my goodness, it's the show on Netflix that addresses high school problems. And it is based around this chick who committed suicide, but it's like such an
Because
eye opener,
she
and it's
was
such a
raped.
magnifying glass to the problems in high school. Like what drove her to committing suicide, the bullying,
It was
the
a
rape,
man, right?
the Steel.
Was
right
it-
now?
was it a man?
No.
No,
She
was
was
it a
bullied
man,
by
though?
some girls.
Okay, but
They're
like,
chilling.
Lot
but
of
the
girls.
rape, was it a man though?
One man was a rape, but
One
everything
man.
else was female.
All the abuse, the emotional abuse, the bullying, the oh my goodness,
Neglectance of
it addresses
mother.
sexuality. It addresses what the school does do to these kinds of problems, what the school doesn't do, how the school just bats an eye, because
Yeah.
that's true now in our society these days.
Yeah.
Man, you should watch it. Like they
Oh,
cuss
man,
a lot
I
though.
still wanna
They
wanna
cuss a
finish
lot?
the shy.
Yeah, they cuss a
Nah,
lot though,
dude,
but
me and cussing, I'm not even.
Says the guy that loves Game of Thrones, but okay.
No, I said me and cussing. I don't even have a problem with that because people cuss, so that's life.
yeah,
So
I just want to be sure.
Okay.
Of something.
Some people
Heard.
are very sensitive to that. Oh my God, this cursing. Can't listen to this. Jesus is here.
like there is a degree of cursing that I cannot take in, but like just generally like Empire they cuss. Thing, what's this series?
Yeah, but it's,
But
they
what's this
barely
other
cuss
series where
anymore,
they
bro.
cuss about like what's this?
The one with Tommy.
Power.
Tommy, yeah, I was
Power,
thinking
they
about
cuss
it.
a lot. Yeah.
Yo,
Power, they
That-
cuss a lot, and that stuff. That's just you know what I mean. That's
But
it.
it's all about the type of series that you're watching. Power, you understand why they cuss because of the severeness of what they're trying to portray, because it's about the streets and
100%
drug dealing.
and what they all do and whatever. Yeah.
Because those guys are not still portraying, like if you've watched Narcos,
Yeah.
Narcos was a heavy drug deal.
Heavy. Yeah.
What you see on
one,
Power
one of
is
the, one
still
of the
nothing.
best series I've watched actually.
No, Narcos is
Narcos, one of the
powerful.
best series I've watched.
That
by far.
it exposes how corrupt the justice system
And I like the
is.
fact that it was based on a true story.
Oh, a true story. Yeah. Pablo.
I love movies that are based on true stories. I love series that are based on true stories. I absolutely rock with
now
them.
you know
then
why.
you will love 13 Reasons Why.
Is it based on a true story?
Yeah, my story. my high school experience.
I'm not
Everyone
talking
else's high
about
school
that.
You
experience.
can relate to that.
You can
man.
relate. Trust me.
relate to that.
Watch it.
Guys, okay.
Yeah, we need to talk about rape.
But I need to
culture, man.
finish the shy first.
But this is
before I can move on.
but this is a serious topic that we're going to be taking on very soon, and we're going to branch it off into schools also, because I feel like blueprint sessions need to do a blueprint sessions live at these schools, man. We need to talk to these kids.
Yeah.
because I know rape culture is popping there.
Yes, but L-Zee, yeah, I will do that, man, in the future, But like right now,
We're not talking far. We're talking now.
but we need mobility to do that. We need recording stuff to do that. We don't have that right now. Okay.
We
Okay.
can,
Okay,
we can
dude.
get them.
Okay, bro.
The important thing is we just need to do things, because that will force us to get these.
I feel like whoever might be listening on here needs to donate or something or whatever.
Okay, whoa.
Hit us up if you want to
I'm not
donate.
gonna ask
Don't
for
close up
money
that
on
thing.
the
Don't
podcast.
close it up.
I'm gonna close it
Oh,
up.
don't close those opportunities
Listen, man.
for donations.
I'm not doing this podcast for money. I'm doing this because I love what I do.
Okay. Okay.
In case y'all don't know, Steel is a pastor. That's why he's
No.
asking for donations.
No. I'm not a pastor. Number one, I'm not a pastor. No.
You see
I'm
that
not a
jab
pastor.
right
That is a
No.
cheap shot to all
No,
pastors.
number one,
Yeah,
I'm not a pastor.
definitely.
Number two, anyone who does anything which kind of needs some sort of donation can ask for donations, dude. Okay?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Spoken like a true pastor. Anyways, I
Seriously,
need to
bro?
end this episode, man.
I'm out.
Guys, much love and respect to everybody who believes in this whole man and trash movement. My views is not to diminish what you guys are fighting for, but all I'm saying is I'm just against the hashtag itself, just the titling of the hashtag, but not what it stands for. So that is me like ending this whole discussion and argument that is brewing outside of this podcast, okay? Because people are engaging in these conversations, which is actually a good thing, because they're actually having conversations while
Which is my
some
point.
people are like, oh, you
No, no one's
men are
arguing.
trash.
We
Men are trash.
we're out here educating. We're out here I'm not part of them, by the way.
Oh, you definitely.
But I've definitely been educated. We're having these conversations
I
to
wouldn't say I
see
was educated.
how we can get to a place where we can come up with a hashtag that will actually accommodate absolutely everything concerning violence and women abuse.
This
That can
week
help
we
us
had
go
a
forward.
conversation. This week we had a conversation. Last week there was a lot of, yeah, but nah.
A lot of education last week, and I'm grateful for it.
Of course you are. Side with women, whatever. Mr. PC. Anyways, Lamlela,
Yes,
you
sir.
want to give them your handles?
All right. I'm on Twitter. It's @reallamlela. I'm on Instagram. @reallamlela. On Facebook, it's Lambs. Yes, I said I hate it, but it's Lambs. Lambs Lamboni.
Same person who says, no, I like my real name.
I do. I prefer my real name. I'll tell you someday why.
No, you told me already, but I'm just teasing you.
All right.
Her previous account, she doesn't have the password, right? For
Yeah,
it
no, they
anymore.
stole it from me.
So now she's using so she can't use Lamlela because Lamlela is taken already, But steal your handles.
My handle at Steel _ Dlamini. That's STEEL_DHLAMINI. That's Twitter. That's Instagram. You'll find me there, man. Facebook. I'm taking a break from Facebook. WhatsApp. Absolutely everything. I'm not on there. Don't contact me on there.
Yet
Not
you're on Twitter.
there.
And I knew when I saw that
I
Facebook
don't
post, I think you posted
understand
that you're leaving Facebook.
Yeah.
I was like, this man's got priorities. He's going
Yeah.
to Twitter. I was like, that's when someone's priorities are in check. And leave Facebook. They're like, can't handle it. His priorities are in check.
I actually want to leave all social media very
No,
soon.
you're not on any social site except for Facebook. That's just the truth.
I'm not on any social sites. I just there to post and
By
bounce.
the way,
because I have to promote. But now on this matter that I was saying, I want to get off social media. So all you beautiful ladies that want to take over my social media accounts because I feel like I need to leave this alone. By the way, Lamlela is in charge of our Blueprint media accounts, and
Yeah.
she is.
Look
in
at this
charge
guy.
of
He's
Blueprint
got
media accounts.
he's got two
Why
Twitter,
are
Twitter
we
accounts.
talking about?
He's got two
this?
Twitter accounts at L-Zee Movement at Braylon's Fight. Like, what's your problem? To choose one, pick one, stick with it.
We spoke about this, him and I, and he's going through a lot of stuff. Like he's got aliases for days. Like he's got like a lot of aliases.
What are you being
I
stalked or something, my guy? Like,
No,
speak to
man.
us, bruh. Oh, man.
The reason for the two accounts on these social media platforms is because the one I want to focus on artistry in terms of music, the other I want to focus more on other stuff that I do as Randy. You know what I mean?
That petty nonsense.
No, like sound engineering.
Oh, okay.
Like my sound engineering.
Why can't you
career
just have
is
it on
also-
all one account?
No, it doesn't
Like,
make sense.
you can put you can put on your biography, L-Zee, rapper, sound engineer, whatever else you
I
do.
don't want to do that.
Oh my word.
Uh,
Now you're gonna create 30 different accounts for 30 different things that you do?
Listen, you don't follow me, so I don't understand
I do
why
follow
the
you.
problems.
I do follow you. I follow you on both accounts. You're not following me on that second one, and if you have get 48,
Which one?
the Braylon, you've got 48 hours to follow back. Otherwise, I unfollow the Braylon's finest one.
Listen, man.
Did
can
you
unfollow
just
me. I don't
threaten
really
me?
care.
No, I don't.
You just threatened me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not threatening you.
fine,
Gave
though.
No,
him time.
Don't wait
it's
for the
how I
8
work.
hours.
No, it's how I work. It's how I usually do. I follow people and I give them 48 hours to follow back. And if you're not following back after 48 hours, I unfollow. Family members, absolutely everything, everyone.
Oh
That's how I
my
do stuff.
So I
goodness.
don't know why he's giving me 48 hours. Listen,
Desperado.
if you wanna unfollow me.
No, I don't
really
want to
care.
unfollow you. I just need you to follow me back.
He's just trying to gain followers. Just follow him.
Period.
Back. Like I told you, Still wants to trend.
Again,
100%.
I was saying that I want to leave social media, okay? So all you beautiful ladies that want
Oh,
to take,
my
who are
word.
doing marketing or whatever, or doing social media that want to take over my accounts.
Like,
No,
for
no, no,
real, like,
you still-
what are you doing, bruh?
You have your own account, and plus you have the Blueprint Media account. I'm trying to get some offloads.
But isn't Lamlela like managing all three?
Not all of them. I'm talking about my private ones. I'm not talking about
Why would you want someone managing your private accounts?
because I don't want to be on social media. I'm done, guys, with social media. Like, there's too many negative stuff going on there. I don't need that energy in my life, man. I'm in a new era in my life. Anyways, I am L-Zee, Braylon's Finest on all platforms, and we are Blueprint Sessions on all platforms. We do have a YouTube account, so guys, please check it out. Although it's also just audio, but please
Check it out. I mean, subscribe,
man.
comment.
Come on.
100%.
Don't play.
100%.
Follow us on SoundCloud. Don't just listen to the damn episode. Okay? Follow the page. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's get these numbers up, man. We're gonna be the #1 podcast in South Africa. I'm just saying.
You know what?
That's
Actually,
right.
You know what? I was actually
Why are we not ending this?
Wait, we're about to end it right now. I just have
I
to
feel like we can have this conversation outside of the podcast.
I have to say this on the podcast. I have to prophesy on the podcast.
And then he says that I don't end conversations.
So basically, what happened was, right? I was on my bed, like just chilling, going through Twitter.
Okay, you don't have to tell us that part.
Anyway, whatever.
conversation.
So what happens is I bump into like Angela Yee, right? Angela
Yeah.
Yee's like account.
Bump into.
Yeah, because I was following. I follow Charlemagne, right? So
Yeah.
I bump into Angela Yee's account. So I'm like, okay, let me check out Angela Yee, what she's talking about there on her account. And apparently they have a podcast called Lip Service or something like that.
That's our podcast.
Yeah, and apparently they've only just gone visual after 300. No, while they're on their 300th.
No, they've been visual.
No, but like it's like apparently it's recent. It's not. It hasn't
I've
always been.
seen the visuals.
Apparently it's never always been like that though.
Yeah.
So apparently it's like a recent thing.
I think the full videos, yeah. But
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about though. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. So apparently though they've just gone visual, maybe the whole thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So and this lady was commenting and she's saying, hey, I'm so glad that you guys are now visual, whatever. And Angela was like saying, yeah. And I'm like checking the number of episodes she's done. I think they're on like 300 or something like that. 340 something or something of that number.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man, that's that's motivating, man. I'm
we're
not gonna
not
lie.
going visual after that long, man. We
No,
go visual
we don't
soon,
have to go
okay.
visual after that long, but like I'm saying, we'll get there. You
Very
feel?
soon.
You dig?
I'm
You
gonna
dig what
speak
I'm
in
saying?
faith. Okay, very soon.
Hey, I just prophesied.
Even next
you don't
month,
have
even.
to.
Okay.
Okay, now you're just pushing it.
I'm not pushing it. God says test me, so I'm testing him. Yo!
He's speaking about finances, bro. Okay, let's end
That's
it.
what
Good
I'm
people,
talking
I
about.
love you.
Let's end it.
Goodbye.
Thank you. It's been a very weird conversation.
Peace.
Anyways, thanks.
Peace.